So it's about that time. We're about to finish this investigating conspiracy theories garbage up, and let's get into it. I'm not even gonna intro this. It's just we need to get here, get in, get out, and get gone.
We're in the kitchen making the best pizza in town. Chuck E. Cheese is
And
in
by the way, I
town.
did talk to other people about the whole Pizzagate slash Chuck E. Cheese gate, and a disturbing amount of people saw the correlation, saw what they're attempting to do here. It's truly disgusting. They're trying to, as time goes on, get people to believe that Pizzagate is actually about Chuck E. Cheese recycling pizza. So I've gotten some validation or verification from other truthers that yes, this theory is not far-fetched. Now, I never had my doubts, but I just wanted to see if anybody else kind of thought the same thing, and 100% they did.
And form a new pizza. I mean, that's like crazy, right? Crazy.
I mean, if that's true, yeah.
I wouldn't be. I mean, it's like Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese's look a little like suspect, you know.
And nobody is talking.
What does that even mean? Chuck E. Cheese looks a little bit suspect. You look a little bit suspect.
So we only have 143 tickets, which is basically nothing here.
And I got 125 tickets, which is a lot. And what did I get? But this thing. This is all I got. It spins around.
So there's this rocket launcher.
Wait, so people are surprised that these little like arcade slash ticket redeeming places are scams? It just, yeah, the point is to get the people to keep playing, keep winning the prizes. It's all about the rush, not the actual prize itself. And I just accidentally went to the fucking back of the beginning of the documentary. That's how frustrated I was with this. I'm making key mistakes that I would never make before. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna skip forward because it seems like this is just more fluff in the documentary. So forgive me if I missed something essential here. I'm sure somebody will let me know. Let's just jump straight into Act 3. So Act 3, here we go.
It's weird because it looks like it was cooked the same amount throughout.
Whoa.
It's like jagged. I want to see if the cuts. The cut's not even.
Wait, look.
I mean, this one is way off.
Wait, okay, let's push it together. Maybe it's an optical illusion. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Awesome, thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, this being completely over, this being completely over dramatized, but I can think of a simple reason why they're doing this because thankfully another one of my contacts came through on Reddit. I don't have your name on hand, but he said that yes, this is a distraction, but most importantly, if you go on their Indeed, their Yelp, any site where you can review a business, no one, not a single person, complains about them recycling pizza. Now this is thousands and thousands of reviews. What is it called? ShouldIWorkHere.com. Thousands and thousands, 40,000 reviews on that website. And basically they just said the manager's an asshole and they treat employees like shit. I mean, pretty much any low level place that you work, you're gonna experience that. Now, don't you think a whistleblower would come forward before this documentary? I mean, I know it's been an ongoing theory throughout the years, but no one has come out with like legit confirmation or even at best circumstantial evidence because I think being a skeptic's a great thing, and if you can kind of put together some clues to lead people in the right direction that would convince somebody to believe a certain theory, I'm all for that. But not even that has come out. This is what happens. They cook, let's just say they cook 30 pizzas, right? And this could be like a gimmick of theirs, who knows? And they cut all the pizzas up, and then they just kind of put all the slices on one tray. So it's not perfectly round. That's just like a weird gimmick that they do. No one knows why, but it's something that they do. Kind of like how In-N-Out Burger toasts the bread. Like no one knows why they do it. Some people are saying, "Oh, the meat's cooking through it, or this bread is reused or stale," and they cook it to make it seem like it's fresh. But no one has proof on that theory either. So this is just something to confuse the people on what a quote unquote pizza conspiracy theory is. Because, like I proved to you in part two, if you Google pizza conspiracy theory, pizza, this is the first thing to come up now. The Shane Dawson theory, not Pizzagate itself. That's the true intentions of this. And I really want to like drive that into your head right now because what they're doing is sick and they're wanting to censor not only your free speech, censor your ability to think or ask questions about certain topics. That's the bigger problem, not pizza at Chuck E. Cheese.
Real? Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't tell you this before. When the
Oh shit, gotta get hyped for a roast again.
woman like approached that said that she had cheated on, he said that his uncle would take care of it. And I asked him what he meant by that. He said that his uncle was high up in the Serbian mafia, so he would know someone here who would go and see Bunny and like kind of shut it down. So I asked him what happened with that. He's like, oh yeah, like we had friends in a van, like put a gun on her, and she's not gonna bother us. She's gonna leave us alone. But he had told me that he had never killed anyone before. Like, look, it's not a normal.
Okay, first of all, why are you having this conversation and not leaving this guy alone? I understand being scared for your life, yeah, but are you gonna raise a child around a situation where he's a known mobster and he has family in the Serbian mafia? This is the reality of things, and I said it in part two, and I'll say it again. She knew her role, her place, and said, "Well, might as well just shack up with this guy because I have no hope of getting with anybody else after him." And that's true. It's true even to this day. Like she had no hope of getting with anybody else. She's 35 years old. I looked up her age. Uh, kind of busted in the face, to be honest. The guy probably just wanted like a tall child. He was what 6'2", she's like 5'11", so he thought, okay, this kid, we can sell this kid off for a high price to the highest bidder. Who knows?
Break up. Like if I broke up with someone else, I wouldn't have to worry that their family's gonna come at me and like throw me in a van, right? So he started telling me that I should watch the movie The Whistleblower with Rachel.
I like how I like how Shane Dawson just blankly stares into the distance while this chick is just spewing her bullshit. Like he doesn't even believe it, but he's like, "This will bring me the views." He's like rubbing his hands together.
Lives, which was about like human trafficking. He was like, oh, that's like my family. And he told me that he'd seen bodies nailed to the wall, heads in soup. He told me that he got his master's in forensic pathology, so if he killed someone, he would know how to do it and get away with it.
These are all massive red flags. But of course, she only brings it up after she breaks up with him. That's not coincidental, right? It's not like she didn't know about these things while she was dating him. It's not like she didn't know about these things while he was going in her raw. But the moment she breaks up with him, or they end their relationship, she snitches on him. She should be held accountable for this. Like if somebody comes up dead, because if that girl comes up dead, she knew. She's an accomplice. If somebody even at all related to her, like not biologically, but like associated with her, or somebody was killed while he was dating her, even like part of his family or something like that, I 100% believe she should go to jail. Should have her kid. Actually, yeah, she should have her kid taken away from her because she is in a dangerous situation. It should become ward of the state. She should not have custody over that child. It puts the kid in danger. But no one's gonna talk about this stuff except me.
I didn't know what to do. I knew I couldn't
And the clickbait is real. It's not clickbait, but it's like the cliffhanger, that's the term, is real.
Now on AutoTrader, you can start.
I can't get away from this shit, man. Ads every 2 seconds, video switching every 5 seconds. How can somebody understand this as a coherent storyline, especially if they're a kid? If you have all this going, just have the acts should have just been the different stories, like the kid, the Brittany Louise Taylor section, the pizza section, the artificial intelligence voice modulator thing section. What happened to the California wildfires? Did that just go away? Did people not show interest in it? So he's like, let's just throw more theories out there. This just shows how poorly researched and lazy this documentary is. It shouldn't be called Investigating Conspiracy Theories with Shane Dawson. It should just be called Misinformation with Shane Dawson. Or Shilling with Shane Dawson.
AutoTrader. Buy faster.
Before anybody digs in, I want to get like a real overhead shot of this.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, check the pizza real close. The crust should be puffy, well rounded. Well rounded.
I mean, this is crazy.
But also, wait, look at the slices though.
This is insane.
Look at them.
Okay, let me take some pictures too. I mean, that's undeniable. That's crazy. Wait, what do we do? 'Cause this is, at this point, this is like we're gonna have to. I honestly was like, okay, the pizza will come out, it'll be normal, we can laugh about it, whatever. This is like a problem.
So, wait, so do you think that's half of a pepperoni pizza, half of a cheese pizza?
I literally don't think so. I think it's a bunch of pieces of pizza put together.
I started breaking up with Milosh. I told him, like, you know, I need you to have like all your stuff out. And he was sending me like threatening texts, like, think about this, think very well, like what you're doing. He's kind of hinting, like, think who my family is, think how powerful I am, and what the consequences will be if you decide to leave me. Does that make sense?
Oh boy, this is what we need.
These things are good, you can wrap up a body in them. When you want to get rid of the body, look.
Is that what they teach you in Europe? Also,
Well, that was racist. She just assumes that Europeans are murderers and killers. It doesn't vary from person to person. It's just, this is a European thing. But anyway, he, of course, does a little hint there that he's willing to kill somebody and dispose of the body. And I guess raising a child in that environment is just perfectly fine with her. As long as she gets a husband to shack up with and drain his resources, which he literally has none because he claims that his $34 billion got stolen and he didn't do anything. He's a mobster, but he didn't do anything about $34 billion being stolen.
what was really creepy is Milosh had done family photos with us. And there was a video, like a family photo shoot. He wanted photos too, and Milosh needed some photos for work. But they were all non-smiling, like head up. And the photos of mine, he wanted mine like not some two, like not smiling, like the headshots, right? Passport photos. Right?
Yeah.
Ready, Milosh?
Okay.
We're done. Because I didn't understand why he needed pictures. I'm like, for what? Like, why would you need pictures? Did he stage that whole family photo shoot just to do like the passport thing? When we got back to the apartment too, I had to file another police report because my birth certificate was missing. I had 2 copies. Like, he took one of my birth certificates. So I went to the courthouse and I basically said I'm like, I feel like they're gonna try to take my child and leave the country.
You can fit inside.
Can I?
Yeah, do it.
Should I FaceTime her or just call
No,
her?
just call. Speakerphone, no.
And of course, back to this dumb thing here about voice recreation software. The conspiracy theory that nobody asked for. I'm just gonna cut it off, not cut the whole thing off, but I'm just gonna mute this for a minute here because there's been so many of his fanboys coming at me saying, well, these are good starter theories. You can't shock somebody into believing, you know, this, and that, and they name some of the more hardcore ones. But at the same time, you could spark, what is it, spark a fire underneath them, or ignite the flame underneath them, and tell them that maybe bigger theories exist, or at least hint to the fact that, in fact, Shane Dawson, and let's just assume that he's not a shill at this point. I know it's crazy, it's far fetched, but let's just say he's not a shill, but he has 20 million followers. At that level, you are way too big to fail. YouTube will not let your channel get deleted. So, that being said, what he should have done was say, hey, I'm going to do these theories regardless. And he puts out, Skull and Bones, or he puts out any occult societies theories, or, pedophilia theories, and Hollywood theories, because it goes in line with like the celebrity thing, because Shannon Dawson's like a huge celebrity worshiper, or at least he promotes it to his fans. And you could actually put together a great documentary. In fact, that's something that I may do, but I'll get my channel deleted, so guess that's not happening. Alright, back to this.
Can you take me to Taco Bell? I want to fuck you. I want to fuck you. So you think he faked cancer?
But then also too, I was like, okay, if he's lying about that, what else is he lying about? He probably did cheat on me. I emailed her and I said, I'm so sorry. I should have believed you. But there's things that I found out about Milos, like, and she wrote back and she said, I'm so sorry. And she's like, Brittany, I tried so hard to warn you. Come to find out, Bunny also said in her email that he's not a doctor. She's like, just want to let you know that he's not a doctor. He's just some like poor kid from Serbia looking for money, basically.
Quick pause for a minute. Wait, so she's just figuring this out? All the lies. So he claims to be a doctor, but she never seen this dude do doctor stuff? Yeah, that's funny to me.
There are Milos Mihailoviches who are doctors in Serbia, but I don't know if it's my Milos. Also, like...
Yeah, I don't even think that's his real name, to be 100% honest. Now, this may be maybe just me being overly observant here, but I noticed when she called his name, it took him a couple of times to respond in certain situations.
He had told me that he was like a professional tennis player. There's other Milos Mihailoviches, but it's not him. He also told me that he composed music. There's a Milos Mihailovic who composed music, but he never played anything for me or whatever. Like, so I didn't know, like, I wondered if he went on Google and just typed in his name and then anything that popped up, okay, I'll be that.
Milos is putting the overgrip on my new racket that he got.
And yeah, Milos is a very, very common Serbian name. In fact, if you've ever seen the movie or heard about the movie A Serbian Film, the main character of that is Milos, and he is like an ex-porn star. So I guess this guy is a porn star too.
Got me for Christmas. Have you done that before? You're pretty good at it.
I'm good at many things.
You said something about his mom not being his mom.
I mean, but that's some, there's still things I don't know. Like, I don't know if his mom is his mom. Their relationship was just kind of weird. Like, the moment that Rex was born, Milos stopped sleeping in the same room with me. He would sleep with his mom in her bedroom.
Milos and his mom went to his aunt's house, so they're having like a Christmas party, and I can't go because of the baby, and just living it up, just going wild.
Okay, so why do you think he wanted to get you pregnant? Is that something you can say?
Yeah, I mean, my fears, like, because they treated him the moment he came like he was something, like, they were just, like, how they were acting was like they owned him. We think that they were probably going to try to traffic Rex or traffic me, because they're trying to get me and him over there. They were insistent, like, when he's 6 months old, we're going to Serbia, we're getting married.
Wait, you think they were going to traffic?
Every police officer and person that we have talked to thinks they were going to try to traffic us. And they said the only way to be able to, well, think about it. Why did they do the passport photos? Why did he need my personal documents? Why did he need Rex's documents? Do you know how much like a healthy like male baby would be worth? A lot.
And tall too.
Beautiful. Like, he's such a beautiful little guy. Like, every.
So I do have to take back what I said before. This thing all led up to something. It wasn't just it was a pointless shout out, because he could have literally used anybody's story. Assuming the Brittany Louise Taylor story even is real, because this could be like an extended YouTube skit too. Probably is actually, but it despite having like I don't know, an hour worth of fluff here. It actually led up to human trafficking, but that's that's something that they could have kind of talked about on their own. They didn't need to bring in like a YouTuber and stuff like that. Shane Dawson could have like investigated human trafficking himself and been a hero, been in the trenches. He could have went to Serbia or one of these countries and trafficked himself and saw what the human traffic victims have to go through, and could have been a sex slave for an Iranian billionaire. It would have been a much more entertaining documentary than what we're seeing here.
Every police officer that we've talked to say, don't get a passport, don't leave the country. Like, they're almost positive they're going to try to traffic us.
What does that mean? Like,
Like human trafficking, like sell us. Like sell Rex, sell me.
to who? Like,
Whoever wants to buy us.
Police say social media and dating apps play a significant role in human trafficking.
They're looking for people who are vulnerable, who have vulnerable issues.
We see people who are enticed into trafficking.
Wait, what did that say? This chick's got her cherry popped by that dude. That shit funny to me. This makes a lot more sense now though, because oh my goodness, she was old and desperate. She did. Look at this, because I saw this little police report. I don't know if this is from her, but here we go. We go. Your paw, should I be on birth control? Dumb bitch. And there you go. There it is. She was 35-year-old virgin or whatever.
We see people who are enticed into trafficking through false promises.
Threats are made towards them and their families, and they feel the need to protect their family members, and they prey on people.
Today, globally, it is estimated that there are 20 million victims of human trafficking.
Lots of different dating websites, lots of different social media websites. These traffickers are they're hitting all of them.
It's all about supply and demand, but in this case, supply is children.
I'm engaged and pregnant. Surprise!
and if that would have happened, just hypothetically, if they did traffic you and Rex, so it would be like what? Like they take you, split up you and the baby. You don't know what's going
I don't
on.
want to think about that.
That's just so.
I mean, that's like the terrifying thing. That's like the really scary, terrifying part about this is like, what if I hadn't woken up sooner, and like what could have happened?
Can you tell us about human trafficking in Serbia?
Around 100 victims identified every year. Victims are mostly women and children.
I'm like, I was just in love and stupid.
She wasn't in love and stupid. She knew that it was about to be over for her. She would have been an undesirable, old, childless woman. So she decided to throw herself at literally anybody who would, impregnate her. And that's even more sad and pathetic than the fact that this dude is willing to human traffic her. I think she's a worse person than he is, to be honest, because she brought a child into this world. She subjected herself, her family member into torture. These guys are just trying to get money.
Like what if I hadn't realized? Like, what could have happened? It's just so scary. Because I love my son so much, and how could anyone take someone, like a baby from someone and do that? Like, I don't understand people in the world. I don't. And how many other people, like, he knew so much about pregnancy, like, he instantly knew what sterilizer should get, and whatever, and I'm like, how does he know all this? And then I wonder, like, how many other siblings does Rex have, and, like, how many...
So out of curiosity, this dude can just walk around and get people pregnant. Like, if this theory is true, why isn't this guy in jail? If he's associated with the mafia, she's basically snitching on him live on YouTube. She would be killed off. This story doesn't make any sense. It's fake. I think I can say that confidently now.
Well, she has to find out. I mean, she probably did.
Yeah, but he's that good.
he was checking. No. Checking.
Shut the fuck up. I didn't see. Wait, when did he actually
He walked by and he looked at it, and then he...
Did he touch it?
No.
Okay, let's go by this one real quick.
Pick it up. Somebody pick it up. What's about to happen?
I think he just did a quality check. It looked like he was checking. No. Checking.
Shut the fuck up. I didn't see. Wait, when did he actually
He walked by and he looked at it, and then he...
Did he touch it?
No.
He's literally, yeah, I was about to say he was just literally taking note of the table number so they could clean the place up. He's throwing it in the trash. We can clearly see this.
Still there. He's just sitting there.
He's gone? Why didn't he take it?
During the trial, this woman like messaged me and she's like, you know, I know that you're not.
Alright, quick pause. So she did go to trial. Because I was about to say, isn't this actually illegal to be talking about a current case? I guess since everything's said and done, she can talk about it now.
English anymore. I just want to let you know.
You know, alleged case.
Oh, he's dating this other girl. Should you maybe warn her? And I'm thinking, I'm trying to get a restraining order. I can't be interfering with his new business. So I didn't say anything.
She did what every crazy bitch does and make a fake account and then message the girl through that. But, see, this is the thing. This guy's a proven human trafficker. You have insider information that this dude has ties with the mafia and has killed people, or his family has killed people. You have text documents that he's threatening other girls and potentially having them killed, but he's not in jail. Now, we know how hard the system is on men. So this story is like 100%. It's sounding faker and faker by the minute. At first, it was kind of funny that she's, you know, saying all this crazy stuff, and then at the same time, you know, getting fucked by a dude that is apparently a sociopath in her mind. But now it's just like, okay, this is fake. I think I've had enough.
And then someone else contacted me and said, oh, by the way, you know, she's pregnant. So during my trial, he got another woman pregnant and then got married to her. The only reason I'm even like, it's out though now. Like, it's all over gossip forums. People already found it because they're just searching his last name. They're leaving comments on my video like, did you know that, you know, he's already married and has a baby? And they're taking photos of my son and her son and putting them side by side and saying, oh, the nose is the same, or like,
Oh my god.
yeah, but I on purpose like did put this like woman in the book because like I've been her.
I had kind of given up on the idea of soulmates. I wasn't looking for it, and that's when I found it.
I didn't want anyone to attack her or be mean to her because like she's a victim as much as I was.
He was really
Now, pay close attention to what that woman said right there. I wasn't looking for it, but then I found it. That's code for I took whatever I could get at the time.
cute and confident and a doctor, and I was just like, you're too slick.
And like the only way for me to go forward was to talk about that
Every part of me was like, don't trust him. He's gonna take your heart.
because I need people to know what happened to me.
I'm leaving lunch, and he's already texting me.
And I want to stop people like him, and I don't because they all do the same thing.
He'd keep texting me, and then we'd see each other every day.
They all use the same tactics.
About like date 9, I was like, oh, I like him.
And if people are aware of what I felt.
Wait, it took 9 dates for her to realize she liked him? Or it took 9 dates for her to convince herself to do the do with him?
No one was more shocked that I was pregnant than me.
And maybe they won't fall for it.
Here is the physical proof that I have something in my belly.
What would you tell the new woman who's with him?
Like go like hire an investigator and look into things that I've said and see what you find out.
Milos was shocked but happy because he wants like 5 kids.
And of course, another ad comes in clutch. I used to have that Logitech keyboard and wireless mouse combo. Fun fact. But anyway, these ads are not playing around. Let's go.
What's going on? Try my intro voice. Oh my god. Okay. It did work, right? Wait, say you're wearing your Gucci slides.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm wearing my Gucci slides.
Why doesn't it work for me?
What's tea?
The more I listen, it sounds more and more like you.
They just can't capture my greatness.
That's what I said about YouTube.
Oh no.
Say you're so gay. I'm so gay.
I'm so gay.
I think that sounded like you a lot.
That was the best one.
So what is this? We've already determined that the voice modulation software that is available to the public is not nearly as good as the one that they can potentially have, the higher ups. But it seems like they're coming back to this theory just for the point of fluff here. Because how many times have we talked about this? This is like the, 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th segment of this, and every time the result is exactly the same, despite what website they go to. I think it's time to give it up, guys. Get back to the Brittany Louise. The Brittany Louise Taylor, like I said in the last one, I have to admit, is the most entertaining section, only because it's fun to roast her and just point out the stupidity of what went down, regardless of if it's true or not.
Maybe like type like a pretty long sentence or something.
Talk about standing Ariana.
Oh, but they...
Spell her name wrong.
Well, I love Ariana Grande so much. She will also thank you next.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
I'm the worst out of the three. The worst out of the three of us.
I mean, it's
I mean, the moment I remember I saw your video about being engaged.
Okay, we got 14 minutes left of this. Let's finish strong with just all her. They're not going to do that. Okay, they do finish strong with her, though.
It was the first time we did a video with him, and there was a moment, I don't even know if you caught it, but I guess I could show you, but that's dark. But there is a moment where he broke his character.
really?
Yeah, and he like. I mean, just want to see it.
Yeah.
So an employee walked over, so we were talking.
Okay, back to this.
Hey, like, what's like going on with the pizza? She's like, what do you mean? She was laughing the whole time, and then she kept doing this. Look at my face. Ready? Ask me like, what's going on with the pizza?
Hey, what's going on with the pizza?
No. No. About everything, and I was like, okay, so is it like, do they put a bunch of pieces together? And she goes, are you filming? What is? There's something going on.
She asked if we were filming.
I said no. And she's like, no, it's just crazy back there in the kitchen. I'm like, what is on there?
Okay, first of all, yeah, of course somebody's going to question if you're filming, if you're shoving a camera in their damn face. So they see you walking around with this giant DSLR camera that's probably hyper expensive and no one there can afford because it costs their yearly salary. It's going to bring attention to you. Second of all, I don't know, you could be a competitor. What is that called? Like an undercover insurgent from another competitive pizza brand, and you may want to steal their recipe or want to know what's going on, if there's any kind of dirt that you could leak on them. So that's why these people are kind of reluctant to answer your questions directly.
Now we're all out of tomato sauce. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, I did hear what she said about that.
I showed her the picture of ours, and I'm like, look at that, and she just started laughing. She's like, yeah, that's not good. Like, what is that? What does that mean?
There was only one thing we could do. We had to get more cheese and plenty of it.
How have we not gotten arrested?
I have no idea.
We've been in a Chuck E. Cheese for 3 hours with a camera, 3 guys, looking so creepy. I just walked back in there like a little girl, like going, show me your pizza.
Is it okay if we take a picture of it?
Yeah. Okay.
The lady working here is just like.
Yeah. They probably see much worse. I don't know. I mean, they probably. I don't know.
They can speak electronically with the voice that they've always had. At the same time, there are downsides. If this technology gets so good that you won't be able to discern what is real from what is not real, that's going to be an issue.
Okay, your turn. Wait, what are you gonna say?
This is fake Donald Trump talking.
The United States is considering, in addition to other options, stopping all trade with any country doing business with North Korea.
And then you can pick.
Well, first of all, yes, celebrity voices will always be better because they fine tune them in specific software. It's not like this where you speak and then something analyzes your voice on the spot, a computer does, and then boom, it tries to recreate it right there. They have people that spend hours and hours and hours, observing voice inflections, checking the wavelengths, the patterns and stuff like that. Completely different from what you and I could probably have access to.
Picture somebody taking over your voice and creating some mayhem in your personal life.
You should get a meter stick, like a metal meter stick. That's like the perfect way to like check the line and like to check how they cut it.
There's a Home Depot right there. Maybe like, wait, let me grab the camera.
Let's see how I would say it in my head. Oh yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me grab the camera real quick.
Unfortunately, technology is not possible to stop it.
I feel like this is getting tiresome, to be completely honest, the voice thing, because every result is the same. Oh, it's crappy.
1 second. Let me grab the camera real quick.
That literally sounded nothing. Say.
I'll just say Shane.
Oh, okay.
Shane.
That was close.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe Shane, look at this.
Right there. This.
Shane, look at this.
In combination with deep fake video,
They launched today their website where you can create a digital copy of your voice.
that could be pretty scary. What do you think?
Really trying, Chucky. Really trying.
wait. What's going on?
After all, your reputation, as well as mine, is on the line.
I am Quinn Nelson, and I assassinated Abraham Lincoln. That one is really, wow! That one is really close.
Okay, back to the heat of the video. Let's go.
He just have to blur his face. Friends, it's Brittany, and if you're new to my channel, there's a red subscribe button below, so... Right? I'm engaged and pregnant. Surprise! This is my baby daddy. This is Mila.
Okay, so that's like kind of the character, right?
Loading, yeah. You want to say hi? Hi. Hi, guys. Hey. So, are you happy that you're marrying me?
He's like, I don't know about that. The marriage thing.
Sorry, that wasn't part of the post.
I don't watch these. Okay, we were at the first ultrasound, and it was so funny because I looked over at him and I was like, "You did this to me." He's like,
And I was so proud.
"He's so proud." So, yeah.
That moment.
So, yeah.
It was like he was observing you.
But with chicks like this, we all know that they're willing to ignore the red flags until something bad happens to them, and then they claim that they're 100% the victim in the situation.
I just got that feeling in my stomach, and I was like,
I love you guys. And you want to say anything to them?
Yes, sir. Bye.
Well, that's that. Like he started out with like I have a ton of money, cocky doctor, and I didn't like that. So then he switched to this sweet person, and that's when I started to fall for him. So it's like
It's funny how, to her, being able to switch your personalities is a good thing. So this is 100% proof that like 99% of these women want to change a guy and morph them into something that they want. They're kind of like Agent Smith from The Matrix here.
I think my entire relationship was kind of maneuvering and trying to figure out who I wanted him to be and what I was attracted to, and then
She just said it, who I wanted him to be. So it wasn't a growing, building experience for himself or them as a couple. It's her trying to decide what she wanted to do, change this guy into. Truly sick.
yeah. That to me looks like just like an empty person that just is playing a part all the time.
I just wanted something normal.
This is the hour, the darkest place. Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world. Good world gone bad.
First of all, what what even is this? They act like this is some kind of like action movie trailer or something. Like Shane Dawson's out here trying to save the world. This editing is so cheesy.
So, I have rearranged the pizza to be exactly the way that we saw it in Chuck E. Cheese. I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt because I love Chuck E. Cheese.
That's why.
Okay, so first we'll do this. Kind of matches up. And then this would be, this is like crazy. Okay, so I think we've proven that this.
I like how he's just showing like a bent meter stick too.
I think we've proven that these two halves were never together.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is not good. When you line all these up by the tips, I mean, it's crazy. It's actually insane. There's a piece missing.
There's got to be some sort of reasoning.
There is a reason. And legally, I'm not going to say what I think that reason is.
Good luck. And remember, the proof is in the crust.
Like, I just hope I made the right choice.
I mean, listen, keeping it real, like, I guess I could be afraid of this guy and afraid of everything. It is very scary, but what I would say to him is, hey man, if you were gonna do this, why did you pick a YouTuber? Like, he's lucky he didn't date Trish. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that video would have been posted that night. Like, he put himself out there, and, you know, maybe in some sick way he wants this. Maybe he likes the idea of fame.
Wait, can't the same thing be applied to the Britney chick? She wanted to get taken advantage of. She wanted her child to be at risk because she ignored all the red flags. Why would she date somebody on Tinder? First of all, that's a huge mistake in itself.
Should I take my shirt off?
Should you take your shirt off? Yes. Are you going to?
Notice how the same logic cannot be applied to her in their mind.
Maybe.
For views?
Why would you pick a YouTuber? Well, why would you pick somebody in the public? Well, why would you be in, how many videos of yours was he in? 35. 35 videos? That's more than I've been in of yours. And we've collabed a lot. Think about it this way. If this whole thing is like he wants to be all these things, he's like, well, I'm this and I'm a mobster and I'm a this and I'm a that.
All Milos watches is The Sopranos. Give me a camera. Give me a camera.
And then he chose a YouTuber to date and to kind of fuck over. It's almost like, did he choose you so that it would get out there because he wants to be this infamous thing, this person who's like, whoa, that's crazy. I mean, sociopaths kind of live off of like public people like talking about them. I mean, it's interesting.
Are you checking all my videos?
Yeah, I love your videos.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh no. So okay, here's the consensus. I don't know, and I hope it's just an optical illusion.
Are you you think that this was the same pizza the whole time? This is one pizza with just different toppings? Oh, that's what you're trying to say.
I'm trying to prove anything to make it so that Chuck E. Cheese isn't actually doing this. I did not think this was gonna happen.
That's a Chuck E. Cheese pizza right there. Look at this.
Huge pizza. And that's pepperoni.
Mystery still
Okay, I think I'm pretty sure I know what he was gonna say. Basically, they're just taking little chunks of the dough off when they cut the pizza. They probably cut the pizza before they cook it, then cut little pieces of the dough off, reuse that for, and they're allowed to make more pieces of pizza. So essentially, they're just increasing their profit by skimping on material. It's not that big of a deal.
Cause I'm a fuck up, and I'm so fucked up, and all these voices in my
Oh, is
head
this what's her name? That other YouTuber, Tana Mojo.
won't shut the fuck up. Cause I'm a fuck up, and I'm so fucked up, and it's 5 p.m. and I just
Wait, how did they contact him?
the fuck up.
I hate these little end screens here. They act like this is some kind of romantic comedy gone wrong or something.
And I'm sorry, but I promise that I hate me more than you do. Post another fucking lie on YouTube.
Careful around these guns. You might get shot.
You're gonna get hurt.
Cause I'm a fuck up, and I'm so fucked up, and all these voices in my head won't shut the fuck up. Cause I'm a fuck up, and I'm so fucked up, and it's 5 p.m. and I just woke the fuck up.
Okay, now I'm confused. What's the point of blurring his face in the entire documentary, then unblurring it now as like an act of revenge? What is that supposed to do? Is that supposed to like make me get excited or hyped to look up this guy? Keep coming back to Shane Dawson's video, comparing, contrasting.
Cause I'm a fuck up.
It just seems like a huge waste of time here.
Huh? Gonna go buy one? Hey, is it the end of the family vlog? Is the family vlog over? I'm here to tell the camera guys so.
This is gonna be the longest 2 minutes of my life here.
You ready? Ready? It's gonna happen.
Whoa! You do it reverse, turn to the side. Look.
See, he wants to let her out. That's good.
You ready?
Yeah.
He will not keep his women in a box. No, that
Free mini. Yay!
Whoa!
Mini's out. She wrote a book. She's free. This isn't meta.
It is.
The box is fear.
I'll let you teach him all about it. Want to do it again? Ready? Rex, come here. Mommy's in the box of fear.
This is disturbing. They're just like trying to turn this poor kid into a feminist at such an early age. They really have a credit section. They really want this to be a full-length movie. See, this isn't even. This is Shane Dawson attempting to break into the mainstream.
Oh my god. I wonder if this goes farther than Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I'm about to say.
Oh.
Come on, Olive Garden. How do they have endless breadsticks?
Wait, what is that?
Maybe your table left some.
Ooh, breadsticks.
And they're like, we're not gonna throw these away. Like, put them in another country.
Oh, no.
That, by the way, I have no.
But wait, I like Olive Garden. You can't take them back.
And there it is. Pretty much the most pointless, quote unquote, conspiracy theory documentary of all time. Gotta throw another ad in there just one for more for the road. And I think I'm out. So overall, I would rate this thing probably like a 2 out of 10. Just because it's honestly pathetic. Now, here we go. Shout out to this guy for kind of putting all the stories in one, like in all these timestamps. So if you just wanted to watch one, you'd have to like skip around here. This should be the top comment or pinned because Shane Dawson for some reason decides to mess around and have all these different theories split up so you watch the entire video. But shout out to this guy. Let's see if he has any videos. Subscribe to him. Don't subscribe to Shane Dawson. Subscribe to him and me. We're going to be the top 2 YouTubers in the world. Alright, Upward Ninja signing out. If you want to follow me, just check me out in the description section. Got my Twitter thing going on. But until next time, hopefully I won't have to watch another one of these Shane Dawson documentaries. I've been a truther for so many years. It's weird seeing a big name YouTuber dabble in the subject. But of course, I expected too much of him. This is pure garbage. I'm out.